Hey, yo, what up, though? It's your boy Cheezy, man. We back with another video. But before I get started, I want to get your opinion on this prototype right here, man. This is just a prototype of a shirt for the merch. I like how that sounded. But drop in the comments, man, is it trash or is it fire? Appreciate you. Welcome back to Kicking It with Kamm and Cheez. This is episode 2. How do you do? But, man, we gonna get into it, dude. This is more like a POV, storytelling, voiceover type video. This is just a longer version of the video I posted for the shirts. If you don't know, it's Stop Wondering, Get Your Bread Up at cheesyapparel.com. But yeah, this is just a behind the scenes video of the promo video, just to keep up with content, algorithm, and being consistent, man. I'm trying to do every day. I'm working on it, you know? You see how I left that pause for an excuse? Can't fit there, man. I'm working on it. Now, this is part of an order. Actually, this is part of 2 orders. But you're only gonna see one of them so far. And
Cheezy, what's that?
this whole thing, just a drink container. You can find that at cheesyapparel.com, man. All right, man, back to the video again. Keep an eye on that. We'll get back to that in a minute.
But where is Kamm?
There go my baby. Man, don't judge her, man. We was working real hard this day, and that work kind of put her down. So we gonna let her nap. She's still in the video, though, so still Kamm and Cheez. Now, back to this bag, man. We're gonna have a bag count. I want you to tell me how many times you saw this bag pop up. Drop it in the comments with your bag count totals. I know what it is, but I want to see if you paying attention, all right? Now, we off to the races, man. Get this vinyl together, and then finna go and get it started. In this video, you're going to get to see me go from the start to the end of the whole process. You feel me? You won't get to see me make the designs because, you know, it's already pre-made. Well, not pre-made. You know, I've already pre-made it myself. But we'll get back to that later. But, yeah, you won't get to see me make the actual design, but you'll see me get the design cut out from the Cricut machine. Hi, Naya. After being cut by the Cricut, we'll take it off and we'll weed it. And I had to speed this process up because I had to find them designs. I had to size them designs. I had to do all of that. Now, if you would have watched it in real time, you probably would have gone ahead and exit out this video. So that's why I had to speed that thing up real quick. You feel me? Watch how it works. You see me? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Now that that's all ready, sitting up and getting prepped, we just got to peel that off of there and then put the vinyl on top of that, sync the machine to the pad, so on and so forth, man. But yeah, man, how y'all like this new workspace, man? We went from the kitchen island to the bedroom to the living room, and I think we still finna move this thing around some more. The reason why we was able to get the living room is because Cinco broke our big TV. So we set that to the side and baby was like, well, shoot, let's just utilize it for content area. You can put it as your workspace and then we can, there she go. So here we are, man. We in the living room getting down and dirty with it, man. This little bag, boy, it had me in a chokehold this whole process. You will see, because like I could have just kept it open and next to me the whole time, but I decided to open it, close it. But you know, that's why I put the bag count in here, because I'm like, well, I was wilding with that thing, man. You could have just left it open right there on that counter, dude. What you doing? But yeah, man, I really don't know what kind of story to tell. You know, this one time at band camp, nah, that ain't a real story, but yeah, man, I'm gonna get better. I need to stop saying trying to. I'm going to get better at speaking and doing these type of things. Boy, she's sleeping good, ain't it? That mug look good. I'm trying to get like her. Getting better at this whole thing because, man, the content thing is different. It's very different, especially if you're going from consuming, tick, 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 to being a part of the algorithm, you know? This video personally was a little bit more difficult than the last YouTube video I did because I got to do it with my partner. Not saying that she ain't here to help out with it, because like she right there in the corner, as you can see. It's just she ain't here to interact with your boy to help make this go by. You know, like that first video was super funny because it was us, raw and uncut. Hi. And we got to interact and do it the right way and whatnot. It's just this one right here, I was excited to get it recorded and posted, especially for the promo for the shirt and the drink container. But now looking back on the full video, I was like, dang, I could put that on the YouTube channel. You know, people can watch and see the whole process, especially the folks that watch the promo video. You got to just see the quick edits and get to this and get to that and flip this and flip that. This right here is more, what is it? It's of course more detailed, but it's like, I don't know why I want to say authentic. I want to say it's more authentic, possibly because you're getting to see the full process. It's just dope. I think it's dope to have people be able to see the inside of what's going on. You know, sometimes it took me a while. It took me years to get to this point because I really didn't like for people to see me doing the work that I was doing. I ain't want you to see the sauce getting made. I just wanted you to be able to taste the sauce when it was done, you know, and that's always been my thing, you know. So I didn't want people to see how I was doing or what I was doing. I cannot explain to you why I was like that, but now I am better. I don't mind you seeing what I'm doing, how I do it, you know, especially because I've learned over the years that, like, even if you watch me do something a certain way, you could get the gist of it and you can go out and go try it yourself, but you will not be able to do it the exact same way as me. And that's what make it dope, exciting, and authentic, you know, because like I said, we can all do the same thing. We can all have cookie cutter type things, you know, but it's just like, if we all got the same cookie cut shape, if my recipe is a tad bit better than yours, then it's going to make people want to come mess with my cookies a little bit more than yours. Not to be like that, but just speaking facts, you know, speaking facts. It's like an example I used to give to my wife was like the bread aisle. And I know she tired of me saying that and using it. But it's like, bro, when you go to the store and you looking for some bread, you go down the bread aisle and you can see it's a whole bunch of different types of bread. You feel me? But it's all bread. Like, you got wheat bread, white bread, this bread, that bread. But every brand has the same type of bread. You feel me? Like, everybody got the same type of options. It's making the same thing, but it's just different brands. Now, it's up to the consumer on which type of bread that they like, you know? So don't ever get discouraged. That go for anybody that's watching it and you want to do something that you feel like everybody else is doing. Don't ever get discouraged to try to do it or actually get out there and do it. Just because somebody else is doing something similar or just like you, don't mean they can do it the exact same way as you can, you know? And it goes vice versa as well. Like, you won't be able to mimic and copy that other person as well either, because they've been doing something or been doing that thing a certain amount of time, I would say, a certain point of time. I don't know how to, you know, like, they've been doing it for a while, you know, for a long time. They've been doing it for some years, you know, and you ain't gonna be able to just copy that off rip, you know. And all that to say, don't get discouraged on anything, man. You gotta keep going. You gotta go forward and always move forward.
Way to go for the random motivation. But let's get back to the video, bro.
Indubitably. I apologize for that rant, man. That little ramble rant, man. But look, it hit my heart to let you know what I learned. You feel me? Because, like I said, it took me some years to get to this point, man. I would definitely be off in my office, doors shut, blinds closed, and working. You ain't going to see nothing till I posted it. And I always had people be like, hey, bro, I'm trying to... Like, I have friends that'll bring me a shirt because they wanted a shirt done, so they'll bring me their actual shirt and then want to sit down, chop it up, kick it with me, and watch me do it. And I'm like, we can sit down, chop it up, and kick it, but I'll get you this shirt tomorrow or the day after, bro. I don't want you watching me doing what I'm doing. And it wasn't nothing personal, but it's just I didn't like the eyes on me as I was doing the work. So like I said, it took me years to get to this point, man. It took me years to get to this point. Did y'all know that I have been doing this, like what you're seeing on the screen? I've been doing this for 13 plus years, man. This is not my first brand. This is actually my second. This is definitely it's like a sequel to the first one. You know, the first one was definitely our learning process. It's where we learned a lot. I'm not going to say everything. We learned a lot of stuff from the first brand. I want to shout out the first brand because pretty much we built it and started it up, but I got it trademarked a little bit too soon and I couldn't keep up with the payments. So another brand, like another company with the same name as the old brand, saw the trademark was up and was like, let me get that. And I couldn't fight it. But anywho, we here now as cheesyapparel.com. And from everything that we learned from the last brand, we are applying it here. And boy, can I tell you that God is working his magic with me and with this brand. I love it. What we say all the time, baby? To God be the glory, because we are blessed. Amen. Be looking out for those pretty soon, man. Pretty soon. Just to try to bring it full circle and make this all make sense. Put a little topic on there, man. Just pulled that blue vinyl off. Y'all seen me weed the red. The red is, of course, the part where it says stop wondering. The blue is and get your bread up. And then the yellow is just the line that goes under bread. And then it's the final, I would say, bubble for the logo. You know, because we, I ain't going to say we stealing or copying. You know, we kind of like branched off the idea of this bread company. But, you know,
We're not going to get into details about that.
That's correct, my boy. We're not going to do all that, man. Also didn't know, if y'all noticed, I pulled that heat press out, man. I been had the heat press. Through this whole process, I was just too lazy to pull it out. Because it's bigger than what it looks. And it takes up space. It needs space. It get hot. You feel me? It's just a lot of excuses I was using to not pull it out. Since we got this new work area content space. Oh yeah, baby said, no, pull that thing out, man. We not using the TV stand for a TV no more. Put your heat press on there and press your shirts, my boy. Press your shirts the right way. Now, y'all really should have heard her talking to me when we was moving this living room around. Like, motivational speaker for sure. Shout out to my baby. Shout out to Kamm for that, man. Motivational speaker for sure. She is the reason why I've been on what I'm on with the content creation. And she's doing her own thing as well. And I be pushing her as hard as I can push her to get on hers and stay on it, because she pushes me to go do what I'm doing. And if it wasn't for her, y'all wouldn't be able to see this video, wouldn't be watching this video. Kamm and Cheez YouTube wouldn't be a thing. You feel me? Like, shout out to baby for real, because she had her hand in it. Did y'all see that little munchkin right there? That's what I was saying, man. She had her hand in this pot for sure. From get-go, from the day we met till right now, she been pushing me to be better than what I was my previous days with all of my work, man. So, shout out to baby. I had to give her flowers real quick. Look at little dude. Look at dude. Hey, look at the jig on that man, boy. What was he doing? Sleep. Give her flowers and she over there knocked out. Should have gave her a pillow, huh? Now I gotta get to this POV contraption that I made up. I don't know if you can see it in these screens or not, but we're gonna get to it in a minute, boy. Hold on just a second. Now this right here is a perfect example of you never know who's watching. While you doing something that you doing, it's always somebody watching you, man. You never know who's watching. My boy right here, eyes locked in, boy. Stayed locked in. But you want to know why he's locked in? He has an alternate motive, man. He ain't watching me to be like, oh, my daddy is the best. My daddy can do this. My daddy can do that. No, but he got some tricks up his sleeve, man. You got to be paying attention, all right? But back to this POV thing that I was talking about. Baby got me a tripod. It's not mini, but it's a small tripod. Like when I hear tripod, I think of 5-foot frame, 6-foot frame. You feel me? But this tripod, it's like a desk tripod pretty much. But the legs are flexible. So like you could bend it, move it, do whatever you need to do with it, right? So I had the idea for this video. I wanted a POV video so bad. And the idea came to me. I got this belt that's for husky men. cause I'm a little heavy set and the belt worked perfect. But anywho, I got this belt. It stretches. So I was like, I wonder if I could get this mug to stretch across my chest. If I can, we in there. Put the belt on, it stretches across my chest. I said, oh, it's a wrap. Once I got it strapped across my chest, I went ahead and put my phone in the tripod. Put the tripod, like the legs, of course, bent through the belt, like around the belt. You'll have to use your brain to figure out what I'm talking about. But I got the legs to go through the belt and wrapped around. So now the belt is wrapped around my chest. The tripod is sitting on my chest. And once again, I previously just said that I am heavy set. So one of the legs, 2 legs is sitting off to the side on my chest and 1 leg is sitting on my belly. Boy, when I tell you the belly came in at the right time, it played its part. Shout out to the belly. You feel me? PTBOYB. That'll be on the shirt later too. But yes, the belly played a good part in holding up this camera and holding it right. Man, like I said, I had the idea for it. I knew I didn't have the actual utilities to use. I don't even know if that's the right word. But I improvised and I got a perfectly good shot. Like, at least I got the shot that I saw in my head. You know, like it could have been better. You know, we learned that from Black Panther. You know, just because something good don't mean it can't be improved. But hey, for somebody who's just freestyling, spitballing this stuff, man, and just doing it just to be doing it, like Nike, just do it. Man, this came out wonderful, you know. And I would like to know your opinion. You think this came out good? If it did, let me know. If it didn't, let me know. I just want to hear your opinion. Now we get into the juicy sections. You feel me? We already watched that red get pressed on there. Perfect. What they say? Chef's kiss. Now we got to get that blue on there. And press them only about 30 seconds. Now, I didn't get to explain to you that first press where it was just a T-shirt. It's to knock the moisture out, get it nice and dry and flat so your vinyl can stick to it well. You only do that one for 10 seconds. Everything else, depending on your type of vinyl and the type of heat that you need, you'll do about 30 seconds. Once again, I've been doing this for years plus, so I could do it a little bit longer. I know how to eyeball that. Remember the motives I was telling you? See, buddy wasn't watching me because I was great. He's watching me because he was thirsty. He was trying to find a way to get a cup made. Here you go, little dude. Have at it. Now, back to this business. Let's get back to business. Peel that thing from the corner and you peel it with confidence. You peel it with your chest out, man, because you know what you're doing. But we got a special moment coming up and I want everybody to just be quiet and listen, all right? Hold me down. We've been working with our big boy to voice his opinions and actually start talking more. So this is a big, big moment to me.
I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? Wow. Good job, baby. My boy came up to me and told me he was thirsty. That was a big moment, man. Because big dude don't really... He'll come let you know that he thirsty, but he won't really say it like that. And me and Babe, we've been working with him for as long as he been walking and talking. We've been trying to let him know, hey, let us know that you thirsty. Let us know you hungry. And he is getting so much better at it. Damn near cried. You feel me? So, of course, I obliged and I hooked my boy up. Now, quick question to all my parents out there. You still cut your kids' juice with water or you just giving them straight up water? It ain't none of my business. I'm just curious, you know. But as we getting close to wrapping up this daggone shirt, man, look, now I can see why it's so popular, man. You know, it was fresh when I made mine, but as I make more and I make others, it gets even more fresh, you know. The very first one I did the I'm gonna just call them bubbles. The red bubbles, the blue bubbles, and the yellow bubble on top. I just did them all complete circles, and I had to figure out how it was layered. And I think the red bubble goes on top of the yellow bubble, and the blue bubble also goes on top of it. Or I think the yellow one goes on top of the blue. That's how it looks, like when you first look at it. So when I did it as such. Look. Somebody gonna look at this. Somebody gonna look at this. Little dude don't want me to be great. Even in the voiceover era, he do not want me to be great. Look at him. He just gotta be seen. Like look, I'm trying to show off the shirt, trying to let you know, I'm trying to explain it to you, and then here he go. I'm thirsty. That's not even the same child that said that. You already had a cup, bro. You already had one. Hey, man. No, man, we ain't doing this, man. Back on up, dude. But like I was saying with the shirts, man, the bubbles, I had to retweak it for the mass production. We still on dude. Get off of dude, man. No more cups, my guy. You gonna be, the diaper is gonna fall off the back of you, man. No, dude, back on up, man. Ah, like I was saying, doing the shirts doing the bubbles, I had to retweak the design and stuff so it'll look good. And God, dog, I'm gonna have to do something about this clip, man. Dang, I didn't know it was this long, man. I apologize, man. This seems like it's the rest of the video. Sorry about that. I had to tweak the design to make it fit and make it flow correctly. So here's the finished product. Look at that, man. I think I did a good job. Thank y'all for watching. Come back for more. Shop at cheesyapparel.com. And look, man, follow us on social media. We gonna get this right. I promise.